Hey everyone, it has been a while. Welcome back. I got a Raven pinball machine and had it for about 3 weeks now, and had a couple issues with it, but yeah, overall it's treated me pretty well so far. It's actually a pretty fun game. I was not expecting it. This is one of those games that people talk about and they don't view it very highly. I don't blame them. It's not the most complex game. It's a 1986 game with, I don't know, 1979 rules. You have a bonus calculation up here. It goes up to, I think, something like 39,000 bonus. Very old school. You have bonus multipliers down here. Fortunately, these actually build up and carry over for the whole game, and I just hit the credit button by accident. The last guy had installed a credit button, and sometimes like I bump into it. So if you ever hear that sound randomly, sometimes it's just me hitting the credit button. But yeah, it's got a kind of old school rule set. Multipliers are very important in this game for scoring, and I'll talk more about that as we get into it. But yeah, it's been a while. This is going to be a live tutorial with the intention to post it to YouTube. So for anyone that misses this, you can check this out over on my Pinball YouTube channel. Links are in the About page on my Twitch channel here. Then we're just gonna have fun, just play some games and see what we can do. But yeah, Dedger Force says epic game. It is sort of, kind of, not really. It's a really simple game, but with that, let's go ahead and get into it. A couple of other points of interest, though, before I plunge, is you do have the top lanes. You'll notice that they're all lit. You want to collect the slots that are lit, and then once you complete all the lit lanes, you build your bonus multiplier down here. It goes from 1x to 2x, 3x, so on and so forth. You'll notice on the playfield down here, it just has 1x, 2x, 4x, 8x. When you get to 3x, it combines the 1 and 2x, so both 1 and 2 will be lit. When you get to 5x, the 4 and the 1 will be lit, 6x, 4 and the 2 will be lit, so on and so forth. Very typical for Gottlieb games of the era. Keep in mind, this is 1986. This does not have multi-ball. Yeah, unfortunately, no multi-ball. Multi-ball would have made it more interesting, but yeah, it does not have that. You have a spinner right here, which can be lit by hitting either of the in lanes or return lanes. That's actually very important. That's actually a pretty big shot score-wise. Raven's not actually a very big scoring game. The GC I have right now, after like a half an hour long game, is 5 point something million. The GC when I got the machine was like 2.7 or something. So not a very big scoring game. Spinner's worth 1,000 a spin, and when you get it lit, it's 10,000 a spin. So if you get a good rip on it, you can get anywhere from 100 to 200,000 points, which is for one shot is actually really, really big in this game. You also have the left loop, which goes underneath this ramp, which can actually raise and lower. And that'll actually feed up to your top lanes that we were talking about earlier. So when I start the game, I just go outer loops. They're not really orbits because they don't loop all the way around. So I just gonna call them outer loops. There are gates up top that keep the ball from going all the way around. You also have 3 banks of targets. The top bank is mainly for bonus, and it also collects your special, which is something I'll talk about later. And then these bottom sets, these are actually pretty important, but I don't go for them directly until there's only one left, or usually just when there's one left. You complete a single set of targets, at least on the settings I have it at. It'll raise 1 of 4 sniper drop targets, so kind of like 24 by Stern later on. Drop targets pop up out of the playfield, and it's really cool. And when you hit them, a roving light will occur here, and if you hit that roving light, you'll spell extra, and then if you do it again, you'll spell ball, and you'll collect yourself an extra ball. Can you shats the in lanes? You probably can. Yeah, I have no reason to doubt that. They're pretty big, wide open lanes, so I don't ever bother shatsing though, because I'm going for my bonus multipliers and trying to get my ramp, and trying to get my snipers so I can get my special, which is kind of like, the special is like your big, I would call that the wizard goal of the game. It is actually pretty tough to do it, although mine is going to be easier because my top drop target, there's a drop target right up top here, actually snapped in half the other day, and so when it tries to trigger it up, it credits it automatically. So I'm gonna get a free sniper here and there. So, but yeah, if you complete, I think if you complete your sniper, it might lower the ramp. I don't remember. We'll have to verify it. But if you complete your top lanes, it also lowers your ramp, which allows you to shoot for the lit lanes here on either side of the ramp. The lit one advances your bonus multiplier as well. So, and that's pretty much Raven in a nutshell. There's not really much else to talk about. I do have massive ball hop on both flippers here, unfortunately. So, what I usually do is, if I got a return lane feed, I just hop the ball over pretty much always. It's extremely difficult to hit the shots on the fly because of the flipper ball hop. So lots of control play on this game. And so yeah, all right, so let's just go ahead and plunge. You just always full plunge. You always want those top lanes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just watch for the ball as it comes down. And Fliptronic, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. For anybody that's new here, I've actually been streaming pinball on this channel for about 5 years now. I just haven't been doing it a lot these last couple of years. For one of my years, I think it was 2017, I've already lost track of the time. I was streaming on Buffalo Pinball, so I was there for a year. And let's nudge that, good. Hop it over, get that spinner if we can, and bad spin, but at least we're safe. And then before that, I was streaming on this channel, but after that stint on that channel, I started focusing more on my video game stuff, which I have a video game Twitch channel as well. And I had sold off a lot of my pinball machines for, well, pretty much all my pinball machines. So I went a couple years without having my own games. I was borrowing games from a friend, and I still have some of them here, like Bad Girls and Doctor Who, but the motivation to stream wasn't really there. But these last few weeks, I ended up buying a couple of my own games again. I had a little bit of spare cash, so I bought this Raven, and then I bought a Stern Memory Lane, which is an old solid state by Stern, 1978. It's also a lot of fun. Just did a flipper rebuild on it 2 days ago, which was good. It's just playing a little bit better now. Just need to figure out the drop targets. So this is kind of a terrible game. I'm just going to start over. But yeah, just wanted to introduce anyone to my channel here. I have been here a long time. You probably haven't seen me around very often because I just kind of stopped. Let's go ahead and drain. So we got, hey, Mike, Chasm, and Laser Los. And Fliptronic. If you don't mind me asking, how much was the Raven? There's one for sale locally near me. Terribly overpriced. Oh, mine was, I think, also a little overpriced. It was $1,000. Ravens usually go a lot cheaper, but it's actually in really nice shape. So when I saw the playfield is pretty much excellent. It has Mylar over it, and some dude tried to like cut out the Mylar. So there are some inserts that are open and bare, but the playfield looks really good. The guy had already LED'd it out. I changed some of them just to make them brighter. And he already did all the ground mods, replaced some of the pop bumper boards, and I think there were some ground mods he did on some of the back box boards as well. So I mean, yeah, overall it was in really good shape, all things considered. Ravens you usually find really beat up and worn out, which is probably another reason why they're always really cheap. But yeah, I thought it was reasonable. I was looking for a game for $1,000 or less, and a couple solid states popped up, but then this popped up too, and I was like, well, this is a little more modern. So, and I had never played it. I like these System 80B games. I used to have a Hollywood Heat, and my friend Scott has a Bad Girls here. So, all right. So yeah, let's go ahead and try to do this again, and actually not suck this time. So yeah, when I start the game, basically what I like to do is just go for the lanes. So if I got it on the right flipper, I go for the left loop. If I got it on, the right flipper, I go for the left loop. If I got it on the left flipper, I go for the right loop. And I haven't practiced or anything, so it might take a few games for me to warm up. I also just woke up, so I try to do a lot of live catches, which is, yeah, I try to do a lot of live catches on this game. So some are successful, some fail, but as you can see, I completed my first set of lanes, and that actually dropped the ramp, so I can try to hit the ramp to get this this light. This light alternates when you hit pop bumpers, and I think even slingshots as well. But Post-transferring from the left is a little tricky. I don't usually do it, so I'll still just go for those top lanes, because every top lane hit will add to your end of ball bonus, and that's important too. Like, you need to get your multipliers up, but your bonus isn't really worth much if you don't get the multiplier up too. And there we go. So kind of a little bit of a weird design here. You know, you've got this split in the ramp, and if you want to get the ball to go to one side or the other, you might have to nudge. Like, I didn't nudge at all, and it actually ended up going to the right. But I got that spinner, and boom, that was a good spinner rip. And that was at least 100,000 in points right there, just from that one spinner shot. So, good little slap save there, drop catch. And so now one thing I can do is I can go for the targets. So if I do that, my sniper targets will come up, and here's my first one. So I'm gonna try to backhand it, but failed. Now they do time out. They will rotate around, and what I'm gonna do is actually let this one rotate around and see if it triggers the one in the back for me for free. Yep, it did, because again my drop target broke. It just credits me automatically. So I was like, yeah, you know what? Might as well just get that one out of the way. So now you got this roving shot down here. And this is what's really cool about the game, is you got this roving shot. I always love roving shots. And if you hit it, now we just spelled extra. And if we bring up the snipers again and do the same thing again, we'll get an extra ball instantly. So, but I don't ever go for these targets unless there's only one left. And since there was one left before, I decided to go ahead and go for it. So I'm going to go ahead and try to finish off my bonus X. But now, since I'm on the right flipper, I'm going to go ahead and drain, because that's what I'm good at. Oh, you're getting a spring break tomorrow. Very nice. Hell yeah. I sound chipper. I do sound a little bit better now that I'm sleeping overnight instead of during the day. So... I used to work graveyard shifts for about 4 to 5 years, and now I'm on day shift. This will be my 3rd week coming up here on Sunday on day shift, and it's definitely been something sleeping overnight as opposed to during the day. And Rudy Soup! Yeah, the helicopter toy is actually really cool. So whenever you hit the spinner, the blade spin, don't put your hand up there when you're working on the game. Because it does actually move on its own in the attract mode. The blade is an actual, like, metal piece. It doesn't go that fast. It's probably not going to murder you, but it, you know, it might sting a little bit. Okay. Now, unfortunately, it triggered that drop target up top. Now, one thing I don't like about this game is that when the snipers come up, they come up at random, and they'll pop up on spots that you've already collected them on. And that's exactly what happened there. So there we go. We just got ourselves the extra ball. We got these flashers here that flash. But, so if you get all 4 snipers, and this is why I call it kind of the wizard goal of the game. If you get all 4 snipers, you can hit that red bank of targets up at the top of the pop bumpers. And if you successfully hit all those and then complete their roving shot, another roving shot appears up top. It'll give you this really awesome light show and a very unique jingle made just for the special. So if you can do that, you've had a pretty good game. Now, unfortunately, actually getting your special, it just gives you a special. As far as I can tell, there's no way to set it to earn points, which is quite a bummer. And I don't know why it keeps going to the right, but whatever, I'll take it. As long as I don't get a nasty drain there, which can happen. There we go. Oh, there was nothing I could do about that. So if you already have an extra ball and you bring up the roving shot again, you just get points. I mean, you always get points for it either way. I think it's like 50,000 points or something. But no extra ball chance. So you can't stack extra balls in this game, unfortunately. So, hey, Akela, welcome back. Yeah, these Gottlieb games kind of get crapped on quite a bit. I think a lot of it is that not so much the gameplay as much as it is the backlashes. The backlashes are usually terrible. I mean, from Genesis to Raven to Bad Girls to Hollywood Heat. The list goes on and on and on. Just absolutely awful backglasses. But if you can get past that, the games are usually really fun, actually. I really like how System ADB games in particular flip. I like how they feel. It's unique, but they also feel like, you know, the flippers feel really strong, generally speaking, on all the machines I've tried. And the shots are unique. You know, the layouts are fairly unique. They're on the simple side of things, usually, but it's not always a bad thing. Especially for us video game players that like simple. So I had the ball on the left flipper. My ramp is down. I just want to go for these top lanes again. So, and that is actually risky. I did move the machine there. So I had to be really careful. The tilt is fairly tight on this, so... And again, I did it again. It credited me the sniper up top. So again, the snipers that pop up are just completely random. So, yeah, with that target being broken, I'm actually wasting a lot of my sniper opportunities. Again, I don't really have much of a choice in the matter. And it keeps going to the right, which is interesting. Usually it goes to the left. This game is really funny in that way. It's like, the guy that sold it to me told me, like, you want to have the game perfectly leveled, so it goes to the left and right in, like, an even amount. But usually for me, when I play it, it keeps going to the left, but now today, I'm trying to demonstrate the game, and it's taking it to the right every single time. Which, for points, is good, because you'll notice I'm able to get those spinner shots, because it feeds the in lane. But I want that bonus X. I'm only at 4 times bonus X right now, so let's go ahead. There we go. And I find that flick passes on this are actually really difficult on this machine. And there we go. Back to the right. All right, well, then I'll just hop it over again. If you're going to keep giving me that spinner shot, I will take that spinner shot. We're at 2 million points right now, which is actually already a solid score. 2 million is a solid score in this game. And I keep missing that spinner. It is actually... The loop shots are actually deceptively difficult in this game. The left one in particular is actually really tight. And unfortunately, I missed the lit spinner. Okay, good live catch there. So since I've got it on the flipper, I'll go ahead and go for that target there. And miss. I try not to forward hand the targets because they have a tendency... The ball goes side to side much more often. And I don't... Did I get that one already? I feel like I had already gotten that one. I did. I actually got it earlier. See, that was my fault. I wasn't paying attention. But extra ball opportunity, so I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead and try to get that roving shot. Boom, got it. So we got ourselves another extra ball. Let me go ahead and backhand these. There we go. And it's back to that one, so I'm going to just hold it on the flipper. Hey, Steve, thanks for the follow. And unfortunately, it hit the upper drop target again. It's done it, I think, 3 times now, so... Went ahead and collected the roving shot for some points, but also to get the other targets going again. You can't bring up the snipers again without collecting that roving shot, or draining. So since I'm on the left flipper, we're going to go ahead and go for top lanes and miss. Let's go for top lanes again and miss. Alright, so now we're going to go for the ramp. Man, my aim is just really bad today. There we go. There you go. Go to the right. It's gone to the right every single time now. Got the spinner. Good spin. We're at 2.6 mil right now. We've actually jumped up in points pretty quickly. Alright, there we go. Let's go for the top lanes and fail. You'll find that, at least on mine, it is actually pretty difficult to get control sometimes. I'm very much a control player. I like to live catch a lot. I like to drop catch like that. And then I like to stop the ball when I can. But I find it's actually very difficult on this machine. There we go. and then hop it over, because hitting that spinner on the fly with the flipper hop is just a nightmare. I've drained so many times trying to do it. So I don't go for it. I try to hop it over if I can. Alright, so top lanes again. Man, I am having a hell of a time with that spinner. The spinner is usually the easier of the two loop shots for me. But today, I am having a really hard time with it. I think I just bumped into the credit button again. There we go. So this is one reason why Raven's probably not looked upon too highly when it comes to the Premier games, because it's literally just this all day. It's loops, 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 ramp, 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 occasional targets, and, you know, that's basically the whole game. But the snipers are really fun to hit. It is satisfying. And getting your multiplier up to the maximum, which I think is 15 times, satisfying as well. But it is a bit of a grind. It is a bit of a grind. So I do think this game probably could have been made a little more interesting with multi-ball, allowing you to build your multipliers a lot faster. I don't know what the first Gottlieb multi-ball game was. As far as like the premieres go, because I know Hollywood Heat came out the same year, and that had multi-ball. That had a 3-ball multi-ball, actually. Awesome game. I love that game. So much fun. It's got 4 flippers on it, and just hop that over, and it looks like we got ourselves another sniper. It's going to the left. Unfortunately, I don't really... Yeah, see, that's what happens when I try to hit it on the fly. Ends up hitting those targets. We'll go ahead and just go for that ramp. Go right. Yes. All right, bonus X. And then hop it over again. I went ahead and went for that spinner. Give me the left one. Come on. Okay, that works too. I'll take that. That was my fault. But 3 mils so far. 3 mils pretty good. Excalibur and Arena. I haven't played either one of those. So 2 games in 86 had multi-ball, according to you guys, and this one didn't. Interesting. I think they were too focused on getting a real-life actor to, or maybe she's a model, I don't know what she is. But, like, apparently this game is noteworthy. According to the internet, take what you read on the internet with a grain of salt, but what I read last week, or the week before, was that this was apparently the first game to feature a digitized photo on the back glass, as opposed to hand-drawn art or something like that. So yeah, Raven's, you know, noteworthy in that regard. Rudy, the back glass is hot. Sizzling. So what I really like to do in one of these games is get all 4 snipers, and we've gotten 2, and I had a chance to get a 3rd there, but I botched it completely. Just like Hollywood Heat, I do really like the bonus countdown, where it's just this sort of single-pitched note that just rises in pitch the higher your bonus goes. It's, for some reason, that's just really satisfying. Probably because you don't hear it that often. Like, usually it's just a quick and you're done. But when it goes on for like a minute, very satisfying. Because you just don't hear it very often. We're at 3.6 mil right now. We might actually get on the leaderboard, surprisingly. My own leaderboard. Whoa there. I tried to hit that sniper target on the fly, which was kind of a bad idea. Don't ever go for those on the fly. I'm never successful. Part of it is due to the flipper hop, without a doubt. Oh, come on. Fudge, man. And sometimes that happens. When I try to live catch, I fail, and the ball just bounces up, and then goes straight down the middle. So sometimes when the ball comes down here from the right, I will try to shoot it on the fly. I'll try to go for the left loop. All right, so we're back to the grind. We're just going for the loops, get that bonus up. So we're currently at 11 times bonus, which is really good. But we need to actually build our bonus in the game as well, which we haven't really been doing much. We're only at 6,000 bonus times 11, so we'll get 60 something odd thousand points in bonus. Targets and lanes up top is what increases your bonus multiplier. There we go. So now we're at 7,000 times bonus. Back up top again. And miss. Hop it over. Get that spinner. Small little rip. Nothing crazy there. It was kind of a weak shot. What I found on this machine, though, mine specifically, is that the flippers do get weak as I play. And so they've already gotten weak since I first fired it up. I don't know if that can be solved with the flipper rebuild, or if it's just natural for these types of games. I don't remember that happening on my Hollywood Heat, though, but that's also it's been years since I've had that machine, so. Alright, going for that ramp again. And fail. Let's try it one more time. Drop catch. There we go. No, it's going right. I mean, going right's good if you want that spinner. Assuming it actually falls into the return lane, which it didn't, unfortunately. So we're almost at 10,000 in bonus, which is good. That'll put us at over 100,000 in bonus. Let's go for that spinner. That was a good spin. We're at 4.4 million. This is actually a really good score. This is my second best score on this machine since I've had it. I went ahead and shot that on the fly instead of hopping it over because it was kind of a slow feed. When you play pinball, you have to really watch the ball. You have to watch the feeds. So this is kind of slow too. So there's not going to be as big of a hop. That's going to screw me up. That doesn't happen very often. Although I had a really bad drain yesterday where the ball just hit the bottom of the sling and went over the flipper. See, you can see how I'm having a hell of a time getting the ball under control. It just keeps rolling and rolling. I did actually order some super bands because I wanted to customize the colors on the machine. So I'm going to put them on, and they're going to be a little more sticky, so the ball rolling off the flipper issue isn't going to be as big of a problem. When I have machines, I like to rotate flipper rubbers in and out just to try different things. And I should have went for that spinner immediately, but I didn't. My brain kind of crapped out there for a minute. Still at 4.5 mil. I'm basically just going for these multipliers now at this point. But could go for those snipers as well. And there goes my 100,000 in bonus. Well, that was anticlimactic. But we still got on the leaderboard, so I'm pretty sure that is second place. So that's actually my second best game since I've had the game. The reason it was so high in points is we did get a lot of spinner rips. I think that's where a lot of my points came from. It was those spinner rips. Come on, webcam. Yeah, yeah. Lord of the Rings flippers, exactly. Well, I mean, that was a really good shake, though, Akela, so I deserve that tilt, no matter what. No, I wouldn't really. I mean, shatzing anything in a tournament is risky. Like, I would never recommend someone shats in a tournament, personally. Unless your name is Keith Elwin, you know. I mean, personally, I'd go outer loops all day. Outer loops, get those multipliers up. That's probably what I would do. I mean, if you're really, really comfortable with shatzing, you can, but you gotta really gauge the machine. Like, you've got the flipper ball hop on both sides, which is probably normal for this game. It was normal on my Hollywood Heat. You know, you don't really want to go for the targets because they're not worth a lot of points, and you know, yeah, I mean, I would probably just play loops all day, honestly. That's the safe strat, so. TX sector is all about shatzing. I mean, good for shatzers. I mean, I mean, if you want to play risky, then go for it. Yeah, like I said, personally, I would do loops all day. Although I haven't played this in a competitive setting, and I haven't practiced shatzing. I mean, we can try it. But shatzing's not something I do in a tournament unless I'm extremely comfortable with it, because I fail much more than I succeed. So I'm much more likely to have a better game and a pretty good game by playing the game more normally, rather than trying to milk a very specific strat. See, there we go. But then there's that problem again where you got the flipper ball hop and you can't hit the freaking spinner. See, again, just too fast. You can't backhand. If the flipper's set a little bit higher, you could probably backhand the spinner. Right, I gotta get control. Oh, the shots in the right. Nah. See, that flipper ball hop, man. Try to do the right hand side. And whether you can chats or not to begin with is also going to depend on the game that you're playing, how the flippers are set, things like that. Let's go ahead and go for this roving shot. I don't think it's the rubbers. I think it's really the size of the gap here. The bigger the gap from the slingshots to the return lane, the easier it is to shat's a machine. When it's tighter, it's a lot harder. See, very risky. I only got like 30,000, 40,000 points because the spin wasn't very strong. And again, because that flipper ball hop, it's very difficult to be consistent with it. Woo! That was my fault. Shouldn't have done that. Alright, we'll do it again. We'll try it again. This is the Shats game. And Laser says Owl's a Shatzer. I'm having a hard time getting it on the right, though. And that's out. Yeah, I wouldn't. Personally, I wouldn't do it. Unless you can get a clean feed on that spinner, I wouldn't do it. But that's the problem, is these stupid rails that don't line up with the bottom of the flipper correctly. And it feels like, I'm pretty sure this is normal on a lot of Gottliebs from this era. Again, it was just like this on my Hollywood Heat. My Hollywood Heat, I would have to hold the left flipper up, hop it over, and then try to backhand the ramp. Which was actually very doable when I put power balls in it. Because the flipper, like, the playfield was so worn, and I don't know if it was the flippers being weak, but I could barely ever make the ramp, even on an on-the-fly shot. So I put power balls in it. Well, technically glow balls, which I think are even lighter than power balls. And the game played great after that. But the playfield was torn to it wasn't torn to shreds, but there was no clear coat or anything. Lots of insert wears, so lots of stuff slowing the ball down. Loose flip. Thanks for the follow. All right, go ahead and just play another regular game. Yeah, since I'm back on day shift now, I probably will start playing in tournaments again once all this lockdown stuff is done with. I will probably start playing again. But I haven't played in a couple... Well, I mean, I've played like 1 or 2 tournaments a year in the last few years. Not a lot. I was doing some monthlies at the local bar. I really feel like the game's leaning left now. Hold on a second. That might be why. I had the game pulled forward for some reason. Alright. Sorry guys, I gotta fix this. Yeah, because I'm noticing that it's like when it goes to the left out lane, it is always like the ball's getting sucked out like a vacuum. My camera's not perfectly angled either, or not perfectly centered, but that'll have to do. Yes, we know credit button. We know. We know. That sound is killing me. Alright, so my floor is not perfectly even at all, so I apparently had the game moved up like a good 8 inches. I was working on it the other day, putting in some different LEDs and looking at the drop target mech, and so I had pulled the game forward and I never did push it back, so oops. So we'll see what happens. See if it goes out the left a little bit less. Hey, maybe we'll be able to shats to the right now. Yeah, when I brought the game in, I had leveled it with the game pushed all the way back to the wall. And my floor is uneven, so just the slightest movement, just a handful of inches, and the game goes out of level. Unfortunately, I have no real control over that. But this is definitely a game, with that whole ramp setup, it's definitely a game where having it leveled is pretty important. You know, especially when, you know, you want to try to go for those lights on the ramp to build your bonus multiplier, but then it keeps veering in one direction and never goes in the other direction, even with nudging. Like, that's not good. I think that is a pretty big design flaw, if you ask me. I kind of wish they hadn't cheaped down. Maybe just put some kind of like ramp diverter up there, or have it be like after you hit the ramp, have a diverter that is controlled by the flippers. That would have been a better design, but that would have also cost a hell of a lot more. These Gottliebs, yeah, I don't want to say they were cheap machines, because when you look under the playfield, man, there's a lot of stuff under there. So I don't want to discount their quality. You know, I was only like freaking 4 years old when this game came out. So what do I know? I don't know. And it goes right out the left out lane again. Oh man, hey Loose Flip, welcome to the stream. Oh. Hey Laser, I wanted to tell you, you were talking about that drop target strategy on memory lane, and I wanted to say that you were right about that, because I've since put a lot of time on the game, and my best and most enjoyable games were the ones where I was going for the drop target banks and trying to build them up over the course of the game. Because if you can get them up to like having 7 collected and then get 3 times end of ball bonus on like ball 3 or something, it's huge points. I mean, we're talking 210,000 points on a 6-digit game. I could have probably slap saved from the left there. I mean, overall, you still want to do a mixture of things. You still want to go for spinners. You still want to go for targets. You want to do a bit of everything. But, speaking of a game about shatsing, you could shats memory lane, but you only have to do it once on each side. So I would consider shatsing in a tournament on a game like that. But yeah, the spinners can be big over the course of the game, and live catching is really easy on my game. But when you see those drop targets lit, you definitely want to try to lock them in. Alright, hop it over, go for the left loop. Right loop. Get that lane. So what I usually do is I just let the slingshots do the work for me when it comes to the targets. So I go loop, 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 ramp when I can, and then when I eventually miss and the ball hits the slingshots will fire the ball sometimes into the targets. There we go. Ah, he went right. Okay, that's fine. Hop it over, try to get that spinner, and I missed. Shot it way too early. Hop it over, go for the ramp, miss the ramp, go for the right loop again. Just continue collecting those multipliers. That's what it's really all about. It's about building that multiplier and then cashing out on end of ball bonus, which admittedly isn't the highest thing out there, but you know, if you get a couple extra balls, for instance. See, there we go. I had missed, but it hit some targets for me, and then I had to basically flip up like that. So if I get the ball in the left flipper, I'll go for that target to collect my first sniper. Pop-uppers are only 1,000 points a pop, so nothing crazy there. Trying to live catch, go for the right spinner. Got it. Good. We're at 4 times bonus right now, which is actually pretty good, all things considered. Sometimes you can get lucky with the right drop target, and nice, got the one on the right loop. Very good. Let's go for that roving shot to progress towards our extra ball. And ooh, good little slap save there. That was actually like probably should have been a drain. Yeah, the 80 sounds on this are it's interesting. And you've got like more mid 80 sounds with the FM synthesis soundtrack, but then you have like early 80s style samples in it too, like stuff that would come from a Williams game. It's an interesting dynamic. The pop bumper sounds in particular. Just go for the loop over and over. All right, we're at 6 times bonus. Really building our bonuses. So we're at 20,000 in the ball bonus. So that'll put us at 120k in the ball bonus, assuming I don't tilt. All right, back up top. There we go. Just rinse and repeat. You know, like I said, the game is grindy, but if you get into a rhythm with it and you're just constantly shooting, you're constantly making your shots, it is satisfying. It is a satisfying grind, especially as your bonus starts to snowball and whatnot. There we go. So we're at 7 times bonus. Alright, so I might as well go ahead and go for that center target. Got it. And it collected the sniper up top, because again, my target's broken. I might have been able to slap save that. I should have tried, but I've got a big-ass microphone in front of my face, so it's a little awkward. Yeah, over 170,000 bonus. It's actually really good. Alright, man. Should have taken some allergy meds. My nose has just been running like crazy today. Very annoying when I'm trying to do a tutorial. I'll show off some Raven gameplay. Sometimes I hate spring. Okay, just bounce that. Let it go back up top. Still has 7x bonus. Getting those targets up top is really nice, actually, because, you know, builds bonus pretty quickly. So we're already up to 9,000 bonus, times 7. Oh, yeah, no, I haven't played Excalibur. I'll have to look that up after I'm done here. I should have predicted that one better. Ooh, my pop bumper light's going out. What the hell? That one's been solid all the time. I really like this bonus, though. I'm at 13,000 bonus. I'm gonna actually end up missing who just followed. I apologize for that. Oh! Totobian? I think I caught it right at the last second. I still haven't played Lights Camera Action. I remember at a couple places I've been to, I've seen it there, but I've just always just walked right past it. I need to try it sometime. At the very least, I need to play the Pinball Arcade version. I do have that. And it collected the one up top. It's okay. Let's get that extra ball. Got it. All right. Hop it over. Go up top. Did it collect it? Okay. I keep bumping into my credit button. I kind of hate the credit button being there. It's convenient, but not when I can just keep bumping into it. Maybe I just need to lose some weight. If I was a stick like Laser Los out there, you know, I wouldn't hit the credit button all the time. Nice. Love it when it hits the glass. Has glass ever shattered from a ball hitting it? Does anybody know? I am using Invisiglass. I don't want my glass to shatter. Alright, well, I actually messed up there. I tried flipping from the right, but I should have flipped from the left right at the very end. I might have been able to shats it back up. Dude, I have been eating like total crap though during this quarantine. I've been going to fast food every day. Just to like get out. Grocery shopping and fast food have pretty much been the only ways for me to get out of my house. Back up top. Rinse and repeat. So the ramp is down, but again, I'm going to keep going for the top lanes if I'm on the left flipper. The post-transferring is very inconsistent, so I don't go for it. I don't go for things like that unless I can do it really consistently. Hey, it's J-Dog. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Invisiglass prevents glare, but it's also very expensive. A regular sheet of glass can be like $50. A sheet of Invisiglass is like $250. I had bought a sheet several years ago. It actually came with my World Poker Tour that I had a few years back. The guy asked for an extra $200 on top of the game for it. I was like, yes. That was back when I was streaming a lot. Streaming pinball a lot. I think this was like, I don't remember when, 2017 maybe? Yeah, I think 27, no, maybe it's 2016. I don't remember. I did AGDQ, the Pinball Done Quick, well, I did a few of them, but the one that had World Poker Tour on it, after I left that, I desperately wanted a World Poker Tour because I was hooked on it after playing it for 3 days straight. So I got one, and that's how I got my Invisiglass. Yeah, I'll have to go back and see. I'll have to look at when I did my gameplay videos on that. Desperate for pins, so watching Raven. Well, you must be desperate if you're watching Raven. But thanks for joining. I appreciate it, and thanks for everyone that's stopping in. I do appreciate it. You've never seen glass break from it? Okay. I don't think I've ever heard of it happening either. But every time like the ball hits the top of the glass like that so hard, it always freaks me out for a second. I'm like, uh-oh. Alright, so back to the grind. So I didn't even see what the end score was there, but we did have some decent multipliers at least. We were up to, I think, at least 7. Alright, we're going to just roll it over just like so and go back, or not. My slings are fairly sensitive, so bounce passing like that nice and hard, if the ball goes up high enough and touches the sling, it will activate. I also find that smacking the side of the machine when the ball's in the outer loops does not help that much here. Ooh, I will take that. Thank you. Sometimes that happens. You'll get an air ball, and it'll go over the ramp into one of the holes, and that hole was lit, so I boosted my multiplier for free. And that's not good. Hop it over again. There we go. Gotta keep a good eye on that ball up top, because, you know, you need to hit those lanes. Here we go. Ooh, very nice. All right. 4x bonus already. I'm pretty happy with that. It's nice when you get into a groove like that. Start building your multipliers quickly. Unfortunately, your multipliers only multiply your in the ball bonus. Oops. In Hollywood Heat, I think it might have been in multi-ball or something. The multipliers also multiplied something on the playfield, which was cool. So your score would actually start to snowball in that game, which it doesn't in this game. Go ahead and go for that sniper target. There we go. Got it. Very nice. I do love hitting the sniper targets, so they're really fun. Hop it over again. Getting a lot of really lucky saves on this. Not saves, but, you know, really lucky left in-lane feeds. All right. Back to the grind. Bounce over. The ball was veering to the left, so I had to flip it up. See, I love live catching. It's my favorite thing to do to trap the ball up. But sometimes you have to just let it go. Alright, so let me shake it a little bit. It's going to the right. Right can give us a good spinner feed, though. Unfortunately, I botched it. Bounce it. Just bounce it over like that. And then, boom. And back to the ramp. See, now my flipper is getting really weak. Because if I can't hit that ramp, then that's a problem. Ooh, very lucky. I tapped the ball up because it was going to roll off the flipper, and it hit the roving shot. So very nice. Just turn the backglass brightness to 0. I have taken the bulb out actually in this game, but Invisiglass is so much better for streaming. I don't know if you were referring to that or not, but. Oh, Hay and Lazy are talking to each other. Okay, I see. Alright, let's try this again. Bounce. Flip. Yes! No! Well, at least that gives us spinner opportunities. Boom. That was a good spin. That was a good spin. That actually boosted us at least 100k, which is good. Good points. Uh-oh. We can bounce that. Man! Alright, might as well go for the sniper. I already got that one, so I'm just gonna hold it. Hopefully it'll give us these bottom ones. Boom, got it. Now, the roving shot, I think, is about 50k. Alright, so where are we at? 935? It might be like... Yeah, I think it's about 50k. I think it actually gives me points for the target. But then it also gave you 50k on top. It might be like 10k per target. I couldn't do anything. Well, I don't know. Again, it veered to the left, so I probably could have waited, did a slap save from the left. A little difficult because I got a mic railing right next to my left hand. What are your normal waking hours like, Laser? It sounds to me like you probably shouldn't be staying up all night and sleeping all day. I mean, unless you're a graveyard shift worker like I was. Alright, so we're going back up top. 6 times bonus. See, like that. Back up top. Good. Alright, 7 times bonus. I couldn't do anything about that. I can't shake the machine too much because it will tilt. And the tilt is tight. These suckers are heavy too. Like, they don't slide around the floor like some other games do. I mean, yeah, I don't want to go all Dr. Phil on you, but I'm curious about what your food intake and stuff like that is like. All that stuff affects your sleep cycle. How easily you can fall asleep, stuff like that. Alcohol as well. If you're drinking a lot, you might want to consider cutting back. Although that's like pinball people cutting alcohol is like fucking trying to get a heroin addict off their shit. Yeah, man, if you're not sleeping well consistently like that, I would seriously look into it because it's not good for you. Take it from someone that did it for like 5 years straight. Like, just in these 2 weeks of me sleeping at night normally, my brain, it feels like it's actually functioning again. First time I could say that in a long time. Yeah, so we actually activated the snipers again, but it keeps going for my top target, which is really aggravating. Funny enough, when my top target was working, it would go for it the least. It would always give me the bottom targets. I feel like it's just truly random. Nice, it's good to hear, Akela. You haven't drank much since quarantine? Okay. I mean, it might just be a case of you, just having to force yourself to stay up to a point to where you're super tired and you do fall asleep guaranteed, and then you make sure you stick to a sleep schedule. Or make sure you're not consuming much caffeine. Or if you do consume caffeine, do it early in the day. Don't do it late in the day. That will keep you up. Or try to consume a lot more vegetables. Get some good nutrients in your body. Consume less, I don't know, less refined sugar. That keeps some people up sometimes. I don't know, I'm just tossing out ideas here. Get off the internet? I know for me, if I'm on social media all day, I can't sleep worth a damn that night. There's just too much information. My brain's just firing on all cylinders. Caffeine is most of the problem. Okay. Pinball greater than sleep. Yeah, so we got, that was actually a decent bonus. Yeah, pretty decent. Oh, yeah, don't watch in bed. That's not good. That'll keep you up, man. Don't watch anything in bed. You can't watch stuff in bed. I don't know. If you're gonna watch something in bed, watch actual TV in bed. Don't watch on your phone. I found TV I'm fine with, but if I'm sitting there on my phone, I never fall asleep. It's all about that discipline, Laser. It's all about that discipline, man. And trust me, I struggle with it too. Alright. I want that special. Alright, that's all of them, actually. So now we can go back up top. First, I want to collect this extra ball. Hopefully I can get this trapped up and get that extra ball. That'll give me a better chance at actually getting the special. Alright, here we go. You gotta be effing kidding me, man. I hate that stupid live catch fail and it just bounces up. Like, why aren't you live catching? I feel like it's a thing with Gottlieb flippers. I don't know if it's the shape. I don't know if it's just like the position of the rubber. But yeah, so what would have happened there is I would have collected the extra ball, had some, you know, a safety net, and then what I needed to do is go up and complete the 4 red targets. When you complete the 4 red targets, a roving shot will appear. When you hit the roving shot, you collect the special. And now you can only do that when you've collected all 4 of the snipers. But it's actually a really cool light show, and it gives you a special music theme just for it. It's really cool. So yeah, there was no drop catching there. You can't drop catch very well when the ball is coming down at a really weird angle like that. A lot of times what happens is you'll try to drop catch, but the ball will retain its momentum, and then you have to flip immediately, so it doesn't do you any good. You're better off just shooting on the fly. Depends on the angle, but opposite angles don't usually work very well for drop catches. It has to be very specific. But let's do it again. How long were you streaming? Just an hour, huh? And my webcam keeps going out of whack too. It's very annoying. I don't have to get myself a different webcam because this keeps going out of whack. I apologize for that, guys. I'm using my same stand I had from like 2015. I think maybe I should just try to get a different setup going. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. I can move my gameplay up too. What do you mean by a mobile rig? I mean, technically this is mobile. These are just on stands. I just break them down and I can take them places. Unless you're talking something else. Carl, no, it's not worth it. If you're someone that streams pinball all the friggin' time and like eats, drinks, sleeps, breathes pinball, then sure. Like no. No thanks. I don't want to be in that life. Other people can do it. It's not for me. Not for me. I have friends that do it, and I don't know. I've taken my rig other places before. This fellow Adam Rubin, who wrote a pinball book, he would a couple times he would go to Mom's Organic Market in College Park, Maryland, and there's a side pinball room there. And he would bring in a projector, talk about the history of pinball and his book and stuff, and then he would transfer over to me, and I would do a live tutorial with my rig here, projecting out to his, through his projector. And so I did that a couple times. It's work, man. It's work. It's not fun. It's work. I did it a couple times for streams too, but I mean, it's like the stream turnouts usually aren't that great. What's the point? Let other people more passionate about it do it. I'd rather, play pinball. And occasionally stream here. I still have my pinball YouTube channel, which I'm going to be recording gameplays of all these games and posting the gameplay videos, then the commentary videos separately. That's what I'd rather focus on. I don't want to go stream for other people and do tournaments and stuff like that and do whatever. Too much work. Not fun. I'll let other people do it. His setup is divine. Nice. Yeah, I mean, he's been perfecting it for a very, very long time, so... Alright. The whole drop catch thing from, you know, sort of like reverse angles, it does work. I just think it works better on some machines than others. It does not work well on this machine. Trust me, I have tried. My memory lane, on the other hand, it actually works pretty well. Here we go, hop it over. See, kind of like that. It's a lot of times when it comes down from the right, you're just better off just shooting on the fly. Just trying to pop the ball right back up that left loop. Seems to be the safest strat. Kind of like that. And hoping you actually hit it. So the thing about some of these games is sometimes you just don't have safe strats when the ball comes back down. You know? It is what it is. Alright. Got it? Oh, that was garbage. It hit the top of the sling. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. You gotta be freaking kidding me, man. That was a terrible drain. Terrible way to go. I'm really annoyed that my top left pop bumper light is out. It's been really solid. Previously, my bottom right pop bumper light was out. And I fixed it. And now the left one goes out. Top left one goes out. I really like the lights in those pop bumpers, though. It really brightens up that area. The guy that had it before me had these dark white milky LEDs in there. It's like very ugly LEDs. And it didn't even look like the pop bumpers were on. They were that dark. To be fair, it is pretty thick looking plastic. So the light's probably not going to shine through as well as it probably should. But when I put, you know, some brighter LEDs in there, I was like, oh, dude, I can actually see the ball up there now. I like this. I like this very much. I like being able to see what I'm doing in pinball. Yep, see? Yeah, just ball. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What other machines do I have? I have a Memory Lane by Stern. Then two of my friends' games being stored here are Bad Girls and Doctor Who. So in my apartment I have 4 games total. Although with my stream rig right now, I don't think I'm going to be able to actually stream Doctor Who. I didn't think about that. I have 3 pins side by side, and then about 20 feet in the other direction I have Doctor Who in an apartment. Only so much space to go around. And I'm rigged up to a desktop right now. I wanted to go back to a laptop streaming solution, which I used to do back when I was with the Buffalo guys. But that was when it was a point where I had kind of started to get out of pinball streaming. I sold the laptop to a friend, and I was like, if I do it again, I'm going to go desktop. I went desktop again for a while, and I'm still on it. I moved it to the pinball machines. They used to be on the other side of the room. It was really difficult to configure the stream and read chat and all that stuff at the same time. So I moved it into the pinball room just this week. And it works great for reading chat and actually being able to configure stuff on the fly. But it's not good for mobility in terms of like taking it to the other side of the room. But I don't have the money for a laptop right now, so I can't justify. I mean, I do have an older laptop, but I think I'd be stuck at 720p 30, and that's not. I can't go back from 60 FPS. I could do 720p 60. I wouldn't mind that, but I'm pretty sure on that laptop I would have to do 30 FPS, and I don't want to do that. Alright, so extra ball opportunity again. Rip that spinner. So basically what happened is we qualified the snipers, and it collected the one up top again. So I do have brand new drop targets coming in the mail. They might actually arrive later this weekend. So when I get those in the mail and I replace it, we'll do another stream, another follow-up stream. So we probably would have actually collected the special by now, but the thing about that drop target being broken is that it collects it automatically. And that's a big problem because you have choice on whether you go for a specific sniper or not. They time out and then they switch to a different one. And with it collect, like say the ramp is down and the sniper up top pops up. Well, I can just trap up and just wait like this, and wait for another one to pop up down here, which is ideal. But I can't do that. It'll rotate to the top drop target, collect it automatically. Then I'm out of the mode completely, and that's a problem. There we go. I don't remember if we actually got that top sniper yet, but we did now. A 6 times bonus at 26,000 right now, so we'll be at over 100k in bonus. Ideally, I'd like to get up to 30,000 and then get my 15 times bonus. Oh, I thought the ball was going right, but it actually kept going left. Yeah, no, Demon's Tilt is absolutely worth buying, man. It is absolutely worth buying. It is awesome. Yeah, absolutely worth buying. Yeah, the big thing about it is that, you know, it's a lot like your Devil's Crush and Dragon's Revenge and stuff like that. But it's got good physics. It's actually got really good physics. So, and the shots, all the shots are very controllable, which is very important. So, the graphics kick ass, the music kicks ass. Now, when you're flipping, trying to change those lanes, you can only change the lanes with the right flipper. Yeah, I still haven't really put much time into Bad Cat, so I can't judge it. But Bad Girls is actually a really good game. The thing about Bad Girls is it's got one of the most hideous backlashes ever. And I think people don't give it a chance, but it's a really solid game. Good shots, good flow. You know, 3 flippers, multi-ball. It's awesome. There we go. The once in a lifetime opportunity. No multi-ball in Bad Cats. There's no multi-ball in Raven either. Maybe Bad Cats versus Raven is a better comparison. Although Raven doesn't have bad in its name. But it does have Raven in its name. Oops. God damn it, man. So the left loop is almost barely bigger than the size of the ball itself. You have to hit it at a specific angle so it feeds up along that left rail. Otherwise you end up hitting the post and the ball just kind of jiggles and just comes right back like it did for me. Yeah, I try not to be too hard on pinball machines. There are a lot of people that are really critical about games. I mean, look at me. I'm playing Raven. And I'm enjoying it. So when people try to get all meme-tastic with, you know, about pinball machines, bad girls, I just kind of roll my eyes because I'm like, Bad Girls is actually a good game. There are a lot of quote-unquote bad pinball machines that I think there are actually solid machines when you learn the rule sets and you actually learn the shots. You know, I don't know, you actually play the damn game and actually learn it, which a lot of people don't want to do. It's their loss, not mine. You know, if they want to live in that mindset, it's their loss, not mine. And I don't sit around making fun of games either. I'm not like, backlash. I'd rather just be playing games that are fun instead of sitting around the internet complaining about games. Holy crap, these drains are killing me, man. Alright, we gotta focus up, man. We gotta have another good game before I stop. 276 is not gonna cut it. Shack Attack. I haven't played a good working Shack Attack. I can't comment on that. I mean, I will totally agree. Gottlieb has really bad themes, but you know, a lot of these games are actually really fun to play. They have good music, you know, fun shot layouts, things like that. Interesting gimmicks. There we go. Can I hop it over? There we go. Good. Hey, Pinball Howard. Long time no see, man. Do you even have any friends that are girls, Rudy? Oh, that's right, you do. Bad girls. I wouldn't want to be friends with them. They'd knock me to the curb and steal all my money. And then my pinball machines, too. Alright, hop it over. Nope. Nope. Sometimes the ball can get stuck. Not stuck, but it'll just kind of rattle on the right-hand side. I couldn't do anything about that. It'll just rattle on the right-hand side and just come right back. My camera stuff keeps moving. I think it's because I have the LED attached right to it. That might be it. It might be because of the LED. Got this LED light on here. Just adding some weight to it that I don't normally have on it. Where do I have it attached to? I have it attached there. Okay. And it's not because I'm shaking the game or moving on the floor. It's weird. I might need to just move all this. I have another stand that's identical to this, but it's brand new as opposed to being worn and torn and abused from 5 years of use. I need to move. Might need to move all my stuff over to the other stand. So I'll have to think about doing that in the future. I'm not too worried about it right now. I'll make some minor adjustments every now and then. Hop it over. Good spin. Back up top. Nope. Alright, good stuff. Got some bonus, 5x bonus. Good spinner. Well, not that good. I think I only got like 50,000 from it. Right. Oh, you hit the rail. I thought it hit the flipper. I didn't catch that in time. Yeah, it's doing it again. Dude, camera, stop it. It keeps shifting on its own. Ah. Alright, let's see if it keeps rotating on its own. God, my rig is so ghetto. I could have saved that. I didn't feel like it. I was like, I don't feel like it. Alright, we'll do one more game, and we'll see how I feel, and then we might get out of here after that. We've been playing this for over an hour. We've been playing for an hour and a half, actually. Yeah, I'll have to try to make some tweaks to my rig here, because the camera moving on its own is pretty aggravating. It doesn't look like it's doing it now, so I think what it was is I just had too much stuff on one side of the... Unfortunately, you guys can't see what this looks like, but if I have too much stuff to one side of the stand will start to pull in one direction, and that's why the playfield just starts to turn on its own. It's because the actual camera up top is moving. But it seems like it's better balanced now. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, hop it over. Man, I am not doing well with this at all. Can't hit that left loop to save my life now. You gotta get it just right, otherwise it just kind of rattles and it comes right back. There we go. Yeah, so one of these days I'll stream Bad Girls again. It's been a long time. I think it's been at least like 6 to 8. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. It's been at least 6 to 8 months since I last streamed it. I haven't been using this channel very much, but with my stream setup being in the actual pinball room now, the computer being in the pinball room. It should motivate me to stream more often. Especially being on day shift. When I was on night shift, I'd be up in the middle of the night, and I try not to play pinball in the middle of the night because I don't want to wake my neighbors. So that was another reason why I didn't use it that much. But now that I'm on day shifts, and I'm actually up during the day now, on my days off in particular, I can just stream whenever I want. I can be like, I want to stream Bad Girls for an hour. Yeah, I'll give you a follow, Howard. To be frank, I don't really watch pinball streams. I kind of stopped watching a long time ago, but I'll give you a follow, definitely. And if I happen to be on, you know, I'll pop in. But if I don't pop in, don't take offense to it. It's just I don't watch pinball streams. And you can tell that to anyone in the local area. Like, I haven't even tuned into Jose's stream in like a year and a half, probably. I don't watch any pinball streams these days. Although I might start watching more, because I want to start having people over again. And whenever I have people over for pinball, I always put a pinball stream on, but I haven't done that in a long time. How is it? I can't end on 258, man. I can't end on 258. I gotta have something better. Speaking of which, hold on. Let's give that Pinball Howard guy a follow right now. Where is he? Oh, I am already following you, dummy. Apparently I followed you 4 years ago. Wait. No, never mind. That was you following me 4 years ago. I just followed you. I won't even add you as a friend, Howard. Because, Howard, you are a friend. You suck? Don't be too hard on yourself, man. I suck. And look at me, I'm streaming. It's okay. Friend. Pinball Howard's actually in the local pinball scene, so he goes to all the local tournaments that we would, Akella. Not saying you would ever start playing pinball tournaments, but you would probably see him out playing pinball if you ever go out and play pinball more. Akella is also, or Excella is how you pronounce his name. I call him Akella just to give him crap. He's actually in the local area, Pinball Howard. So he's going to go to Mom's Organic Market and whatnot. He's just kind of getting into playing real machines now. He's been rocking a lot of digital pinball lately. I'm getting lucky with these feeds. It's been allowing me to drop catch pretty well. Hop it up, go for the ramp, go for the right, nice, 5x bonus. This game's already a lot better than the last one. Fudge. Well, I've already gotten more points, but right as I say that, I jinx myself. Sad that you can't go out and play real pinball right now. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. This whole pandemic thing is kind of what got me starting to play pinball more again. Being cooped up in my house, I've had to really start to mix up the things I do. And it's felt good, you know? It's felt good playing more pinball again. The batteries in Scott's Doctor Who died, which reset all the scores, so it kind of gave me an excuse to start playing that again. You know, when you get a new game and you're setting all the high scores yourself, you kind of feel like you're constantly making progress. Even if it's a game you've already played a lot before. Yeah, no, I don't... I mean... Adams is such a good game, but every pinball machine, I think, is going to get boring after a while. And I'd rather have a cheaper one get boring after a while than, like, a $6,000 one. And you don't... The thing is, you don't know if your girlfriend's going to really get into it, you know? She wants Adam's Family. Was it going to be one of those things that you're going to buy and then she's going to kind of forget about, you know? Do you want to take a $6,000 risk? And then it's an old game. Like, stuff is going to break on it much more regularly than I think a new game will. So you're going to have to be ready to deal with that. That was a good spin. Barely did anything. I'm already at 300K. I mean, we've talked about this a bunch on my gaming channel, so you already know the spiel. I'm sure other people would back me up on that. If you're gonna go with something old, I'd probably go with something cheaper, or go with like a modern Stern that has a fun theme. Or if you're gonna pay $6,000, maybe go for like a Jersey Jack or something. I don't know. It'd still be a more modern machine that's actually supported. You got to think about what you want to get in, what your limits are in terms of hands-on work. Like how much hands-on work you're willing to do on your first machine. Oh, it keeps going right. Good spinner opportunities. And of course, I botched those spinner opportunities. Okay. Oh, come on, man. I mean, there are more like collector quality pins you could buy if you want an old one. Get one that's been restored. You know, brand new playfield, all that stuff. Modern replacement boards in the back that are not likely to die at all anytime soon. I mean, if you want to pay more money, they do exist. Something to consider. But old pins in particular will have the most problems. I mean, my memory lane here is actually a really good example. I paid, a decent amount of money. Like, it was a good deal, but there are quite a few things wrong with it. That I've been fixing, but it's cost me more money. So, that original deal wasn't as awesome as it could have been. But that's what you deal with old machines, Usually you get a good deal, but then it's like, well, you end up having to pay a lot more to get stuff fixed or replaced. I mean, or you can play the game as is, but if you play the game as is and stuff isn't working right, a lot of times it's not very satisfying, because you're always thinking, like, in the back of your head is, this game would be a lot more fun if, I don't know, these drop targets were working right. That sort of thing. I'm hitting stuff on the fly now, which I said not to do. But sometimes it is fun to do that. Missed the roving shot. Oh, I'm surprised I did not tilt. Oh, well, I got the extra ball. Yes and no, Howard. Yes, both in lanes actually light the spinner. No, there's big flipper hop, ball hop on both sides, so it's almost impossible to get a consistent shot on that spinner. So when I try to milk the spinner is when I get a right in lane feed, hold the flipper up, I hop the ball over, then I rip it. I never do it from the left because I always miss. And even if I hit it, because of the flipper ball hop, there's, you know, the ball doesn't fly up as fast as it should. It's not a good solid shot. So I might only get a couple spins anyway, which isn't worth that much. So again, for anyone just joining us now, it's all about building up your bonus multiplier and then actually getting your bonus up. And so you do that by completing the top lanes, and then I think completing the sniper targets I think will also lower the ramp. And when you lower the ramp, you can get your another bonus advance on these out lanes here. The ramp will also lower when you complete the top lane. So it's like basically the rhythm is you go, you know, top lanes, complete them, and then the ramp lowers like you just did right there. So I advance my multiplier, my bonus multiplier. Oop, got my spinner lit. I'm going to go for that. Boom, spinner. Complete the top lanes, advance your bonus that way, and then hit the ramp and advance your bonus again. So you go bonus, advance, and then bonus, advance, and then back to feeding the top lanes. So there we go. Just advance my bonus again. And that is not out. Okay, good. Spinner. Notice how I'm just hopping the ball over for the spin. Back to the top lanes. Boom. Another bonus advance. We're at 9x bonus right now. And then because I completed those top lanes, the ramp is down again. Yes. Alright, 10x bonus. Hop it over. So now I've actually got one target ready on the left-hand side, so I'm going to go ahead and just try to hit that. So I always try to backhand that. Spinner's ready. Failed to rip it, but that's okay. I don't remember if we got the target down below, but I'm going to go for it. Got it. Okay. Alright, so when you're trying to go for the roving shot, it's honestly best to go for the shot at the very end. You're less likely to drain with how the angles work. So back to the top. And every time I collect a lane, I do advance my bonus by 1. It's slow. I wish it would advance it by more. Also, I meant to mention it earlier. Right now, I only have to complete 3 targets to start the sniper mode. You can actually set it to where you have to complete all 6. I'd recommend leaving it on 3. It's 6 seems like a little too much to me, considering it's single ball play, no multi-ball or anything. So... Alright, hop it over. Small rip, not a big one. Good bonus advance so far. We're at 11 times bonus at almost 20,000. So that'll be over 200,000 in bonus. All right, now we're at 20,000 bonus. Back to the top. Right, we're having ourselves a good game now. This will probably be my last game I end on. Alright, I'm going to try to go for that target. Kind of risky. Can I hop it over? Alright, very nice. Good. Got it. Another extra ball, guys. And you really need those extra balls if you want to get the special. Special is very difficult to get. There's one thing I like about the game. The special is challenging. It's a good challenging achievement. Alright, ramp is down again. Wow, we're currently at 13 times bonus. Now we're at 14 times bonus. Rip the spinner. Yeah, it's actually pretty rare I have games like this where I end up getting the bonus close to maxed out. You know, in the 3 weeks I've owned the game, I've actually played it quite a bit. I've actually played it pretty much every day. Because it is fun. And it collected that next sniper. I didn't want it to do that. But again, with that target being broken, I have no choice. I have no say in the matter. So I'm looking forward to getting that fixed. I'm going to continue to max out my bonus. So once I get to 15 times bonus, I think what I'm going to do is just try to go for those targets and try to get that special. So I want this one on the bottom left, which I don't think it's really appeared much in this session. There we go. Boom. That was a terrible spin. That was like one. One spin. Alright, so we're maxed out on bonus, guys. So I'm going to go for the top red targets. Which, this is actually fun shooting right here. Because you have to go through the pops. Let me try to rip that spinner. Always go for that spinner if it's lit, because that's the biggest points in the game for a single shot. But you can tell how many snipers you have based on, you know, the lights being lit. So you know, sniper, 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 sniper. Alright, roving shot. You can see the special's lit. Got it. There we go. Hell yeah. We were able to show it off. You know, I was going to say having the drop target broken actually made it easier, but I think it actually made it harder because it would automatically credit it a bunch of times, so you'd lose sniper opportunities. Hey, Chanty, thank you, man. Good to see you out there. How are you doing today, man? Did you make any progress on your computer? Your retro build? See, the ramp right now is basically good for getting the spinner lit. So completing my top lanes is probably still a good thing. So I can lower that ramp, so we just lower the ramp. And then we feed the ramp, and then hopefully get the right. Try to post transfer. See, not very reliable. I deserve that. But look at this bonus. 39 times 15 is 585. It's huge points. But building my bonus back up to 39,000 is a slog. Oh, working from your parents' house. Interesting. And my camera moved again on its own. Alrighty. 461. Another great score. This is again going to be either high score number 2 or high score number 3, so that's good. Good progress. Back to the grind. We're only on ball 2, but as you guys saw earlier, you know how fast the balls can end. Oh, like that. Huh, interesting, Chetty. I'm pretty sure I have a larger hard drive in my Windows 98 machine. Like over 40 gigs. Might even be 100 something. So as far as building bonus is concerned, the pop bumpers are probably the best way to do that. Not necessarily the pops themselves, but the targets up top, which the pops will spit the ball into. So, really my goal now would be to either just shoot the ball into the pops or go for the spinner, where the ball will fall into the pops. Oh man, the ball just keeps rolling off these flippers. There we go. I'm struggling with that spinner now too. Uh-oh, we might be able to get ourselves another extra ball. Got it. Wow. We got ourselves another extra ball. Maybe we can beat the GC. Oh man, we're at 5.27? We're at 20,000 bonus already. Oh, jeez. If I can keep this up and get another 500k in bonus, then we're definitely in GC territory. Yeah, those targets build your bonus fast too, but then you get drains like that you can't do anything about. Still close to 400,000 in bonus. Very, very good. We're going to eclipse 6 mil. Oh, 5.97, we're on ball 3. I think we're pretty much guaranteed to get... Yeah, over 6 mil. We're guaranteed to get over 6 mil. Alright, well, I just beat my own personal GC, so that's really cool. And we got the special. And we're building bonus again. Look, the drop catch worked! Woo! Not gonna always work though. So you gotta watch your ball very well. Alright, can we get that spinner again? Can we rip the spinner? We sort of ripped the spinner. 627. We're at 10,000 bonus times 15. Over 100k in bonus already. Go right. Go right. Get that spinner. Oh, I missed it. I'm going for that bonus now. Yeah, you build bonus so much faster if you go into the pops, but it is risky because you can get some really bad drains from the pops. Go for the right. Ooh, we're going left this time. Okay. Trying to mix things up, I see. Let's get that lane. There we go. I feel like you have to get the actual lit shot up top to advance your bonus. If you don't, it doesn't actually advance it. All right, extra. I mean, we're pretty much done with everything. All I can really do now is, oh, well, I can continue building the bonus. That's right. Okay. I thought it was capped out. Dude, that's actually very risky, doing forward hands. I don't recommend it. I've drained a lot by doing that. Nice. Almost at 7 million. Jeez. All right, go for the spinner. And I missed. Our bonus is maxed out now, so there's literally nothing else for me to do except just try to get the spinner to get more points. Which is, you know, easier said than done. Oops. Yeah, going for the snipers, though. So I need the one on the orbit. Did not want that. And that's out. 585,000 points. It's ridiculous. Oh, come on, camera. Would you stop rotating on me? Oh, man. Yeah. Still have an extra ball. This is what, our second or third extra ball in this game, I think. Well, let's see if we can build that bonus back up and get ourselves our fourth sniper. But yeah, this is 2 million higher than my my previous best, so this is quite the improvement. These targets down below can be so risky, though. Collected it automatically, did not want that. I will say the automatic collection is making getting the special harder, but it's making getting the extra balls easier. Oh no, don't do this to me. Crap, man. I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to do this. With my camera rig in the way. Yeah, with the broken drop target, the ball will get stuck on it. Mr. Kennedy, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to tilt it with all this bonus. Well, I don't have much. Well, I have 10,000 right now, so it's at least 100k in bonus. So it's okay. The ball was going to go into the top lanes anyway. So there we go. Oh, this camera rig is killing me, man. I got to do something about it. I try to tweak it, get it in the right position. I think one thing that might help is I've actually got my gameplay cropped. I actually probably should just be doing it in software, not moving the actual stand itself. It's okay. I'll get something figured out. It's been a long time since I've done this consistently. So ooh, it didn't register the target. Oh, let's go top right. No! It keeps giving me the one up top. Yeah, it's making extra ball collecting easier, but it's making special collecting much more difficult. Yeah, and again, if that target was working, I would have been able to just trap up on the left and just wait for the upper right target to pop up. I don't even think the sniper mode times out. It's just the whatever target is up times out. And it just switches over to another target. Sometimes it switches right back to the same target too. Which is why I feel like the logic is completely random. And I deserved that. I was just goofing around there, not playing too seriously. Still 90,000 in bonus, but if I played a little more seriously, we probably could have eclipsed 9 mil. But I will take that. So 8.7 mil is top. 5.4 was second. Wow. 4.5, 3.3, and 2.8. Yeah, so that is Raven. Apologize for the rocky stream. I'm going to try to tighten up my setup here so my camera doesn't just randomly move around as we stream. That was kind of annoying. It didn't used to do that, but I also had less attached to it. So I'm kind of moved stuff around on it as we did this, and I think it's leveled out. So I don't know. I'll toy around with it some more in the future, though. Before we end, let me see if my cat wants to come out, because I know she's always a favorite. Hey, you want to come on in? Come here, Julie. Oh, Patchouli. Come here, Patchouli. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here, come on up here. Come on. Come on over. There you go. There she is. Oh. So that's pretty much going to do it, guys, for the stream. And if you hear mic noises, it's my cat bumping into it. What you doing? She's glad to be out of the bedroom. I knew she was going to bug me, so I put her in the bedroom while I did this stream. What's up? She's talking to everybody. You talking to people? She's just talking to me. All right, Patchouli, we're gonna wrap things up. Hey, come here. Good girl. All right, guys. I don't see anyone else chatting out there, so I'm going to go see if there's anyone to host, and then hopefully I'll catch you guys soon. I will post this archive on YouTube, so if anyone wants to catch up on it, check my Pinball YouTube channel in the About page on my Twitch channel here. And, yeah. Hopefully I'll catch you guys later. But Judy, come here. There you go.